Can we start?
Yes, sir, we can. Just 5 minutes, sir, because a lot of people are joining now. Just 5 minutes,
Okay,
sir.
so you mean to say 5 more minutes?
Yes, sir, 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So maybe I think uh, what you should display. Maybe let me share my screen.
Yes, sir, you can.
Whenever in IBM, we used to join a call, and this is not a new thing. It's a normal habit of the people to join late. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir, you can. I can see your screen. Yes.
Yeah. So what that time we used to do is we used to run a timer, meeting online timer.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So that people will come to know, boss, meeting will start after this time. So maybe if you have some, you have said that after 3 minutes, put this 3 minute like this,
Hmm.
and maybe you can say start timer.
Okay, okay. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so this will remind all the people that yes, we are there, and the call will start after XYZ minutes. Okay. Why I'm showing this to you is just to share you some good habit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
In
So we have.
future, you people, yes, you people will be a corporate people.
Mm-hmm.
So this is important to know.
Yes, sir. So we had actually did that. Like we use something like countdown in Instagram. So this is
Yes.
basically done in order to put the timeline to the registrations and the meet line. So we did that through Instagram. So basically through that a lot of people are registered. That is how. Yes, sir. So sir, I think we can start now. It's almost 5/7.
Hmm.
So we can start now. So sir, let's start with a small introduction, and then we can start the session.
Sorry, my video got disconnected.
Yes, sir. So shall I start with the introduction, sir?
Yeah, please, please.
Yes, sir. So, a very good evening to all of the council members and all the participants who have taken time to come and attend this resourceful and knowledgeable webinar. This webinar is on life after CRC of an alumni of a college and even on overview of project management. So, our speaker for today is Mr. Parag Save, who's a dynamic and versatile professional who has handled various domains ranging from engineering to project management. So a transition directly from engineering to management and his career journeys, what all hardships, struggles, and successes he basically made through the different hardships that he had on the way. That will be discussed on this topic today. And today we will even give an insight by management or how management sector is blooming and what insight a management professional will share to you through this webinar. And on top of that, we request all the participants to stay in the webinar right till the end. There will be a vote of thanks at the end of the session. So thank you, sir. You can start now.
Yeah. So thanks, Abil. I'm happy to connect with colleagues from CRC.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
It's an honor for us to have a
let me
speaker like you.
yes, let me share my screen. Now, before I start,
Yes, sir.
the basic rule of project management is keep watch on the loss. And what happened is today we started our call basically late by 10 minutes. Suppose we are 60 people joining 10 minutes late. So actually we lost 600 minutes. That is 10 hours.
Oh.
And Being Indian resource, our value is means if you sell the FT in the market, the value is around $20 USD per hour. So we actually lost 200 hours, $200. Okay, so those are the stuffs I just took it out from the Google, and you can buy these two. Means we lost this maybe two headphone or maybe this two mixers. So advice to you all, even in IBM, I have saw the people are joining late meeting, and especially the US client and European client do not like this. So my advice to my all colleagues, all friends, please make sure whenever you join a meeting, try to join at least 2 or 3 minutes prior to that, timing. Don't be a late Latif. I have seen this kind of thing in my, even engineering time. Even I used to submit my journals at the last minute. But once you go into corporate culture, this means people don't like this kind of culture. Okay, so let me give a small introduction about myself. This is that slide. Yes, I will go in PowerPoint. I hope my screen is visible to you all, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So basically, this is what I learned from one of the IBM partner. He's a great successful man in IBM world. Uh, and I just copied his maybe a fundamental what he thinks. So the fundamental is like this. This is me, and I bring value by doing something great for my customer with the approach as client first. What is the client first approach? Client first approach is please remember three words. Customer is my CEO. He pays me a salary, and I am not a slave. Now, customer is my CEO means what? So give at most the highest importance to your customer. Like for example, whenever you get a call from customer, think like you're getting call from your managing director. Okay, and he pays me salary simply means if you do not have customer, you don't have business. So it's 100% lost deal. And I'm not slave means even if you get some kind of boring activity, try to innovate that activity. Okay, this is even this I learned in my MBA when I did SP Jain MBA. This I learned. They are also having similar kind of I can call it a methodology. Okay, regarding my education, I have done diploma from Varta College, Vasai. Uh, I was eighth ranker in Maharashtra. Uh, I am happy to say that I'm Father Agnel alumina. It's an excellent college. After doing my BE, I was trying for GATE. So I got 82% in my GATE exam. So 82% is very less. You will not get IITs. So there is no other way than going for job. But again, I think that was not a good option which I selected. I could have done something else, like further education. Maybe stay back at home for maybe more than 1 year and give the gate again, or maybe go for the MBA. This is what I feel. I miss it, and when I realize, I did my executive MBA. My advice to you all is do not limit your career for only degree. Degree is a stepping stone. B is a stepping stone. So if you means again, this is my personal opinion. You may have another different kind of opinion. So my opinion is, even if you feel that this is I'm not getting admission, stay back and try to get it, by doing more practice. Okay, I have also done my strategic management course from IIM Kashipur. Regarding my work experience, basically my primary skill is SAP. I am SAP PP consultant. Along with PP, I know quality management, I know plant maintenance. So here I would like to say, do not only concentrate on your primary skill. Try to broaden your skill. Why? Because in future, whenever you go from the consultant level, because you are a B guys, right? You will future in future you may go to maybe US. If you come to Germany, Berlin, please let me know. I am will be more than happy to be with you. But my advice to you is try to explore the new horizon. Do not limit your skills. So here you can see additionally I have acquired few more skills. Now let me talk from my starting as a engineer. After B, I as I said I was there on 6 months waiting for my gate, studying gate, giving exam. But then later on, after getting 82 percentage, I thought of quitting that and doing job. So I got a job in this Godrej manufacturing industry. Again same thing happened here. Because of the attitude as an engineer, the I will submit late, I will do later on whenever it is required, I will do that. I did not perform much good result, able to provide a good result here. But later on when I went to a Nerolac paint, here I learned a lot of things. Okay. Here the system was open for us, so a lot of SAP learning happened here. Then I went to Bayer. Bayer is basically chemical company. Lot of GXP means a lot of restriction on the developments. So you need to follow a lot of rules. So here to follow a lot of rules, basically it started from I can say corporate culture. I learned corporate culture from Bayer. And then Capgemini is furthermore, and what I can say, IBM. IBM is really great company to be with. Here you are by your own. Okay, if you do not miss you, even you have the companies like this. Even if you do not find a project there, you have to find a project for yourself. And if for 2 months you do not find a project, they will simply say, go back, stay at home. So you need to build value here in yourself. I think you people should start from today to build additional value. Let me tell you one story here in Bayer. In Bayer, the training manager, the head of the training is MBBS. Okay, so what he really told me, he told me really good thing that Parag. From so many years, what I'm doing is for every year I used to give one exam, and in last 20 years I have 20 certifications. So whenever I go for any kind of interview, I just show my 20 certification. So half of an interview I won there itself. Looking at those certification, the interviewer say you are you are great. So this is really good. Again, this is a good advice to you all people. Keep learning. And recently I joined HCL company, HCL Exxon company, a consulting company, and I'm working there as a subject matter expert as well as a project manager. Even in IBM, I won the award of best project manager. My skills was appreciated at the even at the IBM Canada president level. Even client appreciated my skill. This is all the appreciation client directors. This is again director from IBM. How do I achieve it? I achieve all this skill because of my project management skill. Okay, this skill I learned in my MBA, SP Jain. So now you people are a good in technical. It is a time for you to jump into either deep technical or a managerial skill. Okay. Let me go here. Okay, so let me introduce you the regarding the project management. What is project management? Uh, what is first of all, what is a project? Project is just like a bundle of multiple tasks with a definite timeline. Okay, for example, I'll give you one example like building our CRCE website. You can call it as a one project, but how you will deliver it. So to deliver it, there are different methodology: waterfall methodology, agile, and hybrid. Now, what is this waterfall? Waterfall methodology is like this, and this is a drawback. Okay, like you know the Deming cycle, right? PDCA: plan, do, check, and act. Okay, so you do the brainstorming. Uh, Let us take example of again CRC website. You got a requirement from a college that develop a website for CRC, and you started doing the brainstorming. What is the requirement? You understand the requirement. You started doing the development. You perform the quality testing, and you found yes, whatever I have developed is good. And then you said okay, everything is done, is deployed to production. Now what will happen is maybe like exam cell will come into picture and say, hey, you have developed, but XYZ functionality is not at all there. Maybe principal of CRC come into picture and say, hey, you have developed good thing, but where I can publish my all notifications, it is not at all there. So drawback is different people are thinking from different angle, and not necessary you have considered all the angles, right? And that is the reason the new methodology was developed, that is agile. What is this agile? Agile is basically multiple PDCA, and again you can see here I have highlighted I with red color, and this is what I feel important is not only PDCA, plan, do, check, act is not important. Further, it is important to I means improve, so that your next cycle will be further more accurate. Okay, so plan, do, check, act, and improve. What is agile? Agile is basically dividing your multiple, this is bundle, into few deliverables, and those deliverable you are going to deliver part by part. Like for example, in case of CRC website, you will only talk with exam cell and deliver what exam cell want. Then later on talk with principal and deliver what principal want. Okay, and in each area you will have the contribution from business. Contribution from business means whenever performing a testing, you will say exam cell, this site is developed, this part you please perform the testing. So this guy will be happy, next time this guy will be happy. So part by part you are going to deliver. And what is hybrid? Hybrid means it is a mixture of the strategy. The reason is, I'll tell you, I have seen multiple times that even you said business is important, business may not be available. Business is a objective of business is not to support actually IT, but to support their business, and that is the reason they are there, right? So in case business is not available, that time you can use maybe kind of waterfall strategy. I will give everything later on for that part, and whenever business is available I can give agile kind of methodology. So you can have a lot of mixtures, means plus and minus, you can add here and subtract to get a hybrid kind of project delivery methodology. Okay, friends, if you have any question anytime, please speak up, don't shy. Let me tell you one more story over this. So whenever I means in my MBA SP Jain, I have observed there was one guy who is IIT IIM was sitting beside me, and I used to afraid to stand up and ask question in front of all those scholars. But this guy used to, even he never afraid. He used to stand up and he used to ask question, even the question is foolish. So I asked him, you don't afraid to ask question? He said, Parag, I have paid money and I know I am not a fool. So I have every right to ask question, and I do not care about other people. I care about my knowledge. Okay, so I want you people to have same kind of attitude. Don't afraid what other people will say. You should have that kind of confidence that if I don't know, I should stand up and I should ask question.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. I would like to
Call me
ask you a
Parag.
question.
Call me Parag.
Yes, sir. Sir, on
Parag.
the previous slide, you gave the delivery methods as waterfall and agile. Like, can you just explain them a little bit more briefly, like once again?
Okay, okay, no problem. So
Thank you.
what is waterfall methodology? Okay, just take a picture of waterfall in front of you. What is happening is water is there at very high level and it is falling down, and directly it is getting delivered to the ground. In between, is there any contact of ground and water? I'll say no. It is simply CRCE asked you to deliver a website. You went back to home. You perform all the development. Maybe it took 6 months to perform development. It require another 2 months to perform a testing and clearing the bug. And after maybe 1 year or maybe 1.5 years, you took appointment of your principal to saying that this particular website is ready, I am ready to deliver. And then your principal come with the comment, boss, hey, it is not done. A lot of things are still there. Okay. So delivering a website, like doing the development testing, moving changes to quality system, quality testing, and deployment to production in one shot without involving customer is a waterfall methodology. You're only involving customer at the time of final delivery is a waterfall methodology. And what is agile methodology? Agile methodology is just like a scrum where you will deliver part by part, and in each part you will engage customer. This will ensure you that you're not going into wrong side. But again, as multiple people are getting involved, you are dividing your whole project into multiple cycle. You are adding some space. You can see here space. So you are adding some gap. So suppose this particular project of waterfall is getting delivered in 1 year, probability that this particular project with agile will get delivered 1+ year, maybe 1 year 2 months, 1 year 6 months. Got it?
Right, right, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
And this kind of methodology you can use in real life also. Okay, so I'll come back to the further slide here on this topic. Okay. Project management. In project management, there are main 4 important points we should know. One is planning, second is organizing, third is directing and staffing, and fourth is controlling. Now you can see here I have mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4. Why it is? So most important thing in your project management, see why you are doing the project is because to get a revenue. And who is going to give you the revenue? Your stakeholder. So who is the most favorable person for you, whom you should be in good book, is your stakeholder. Stakeholder management is very, very, very important in a project management. Okay, I'll show you here. Maybe this is a bit blur, but after delivering all the project, we took NPS. What is this? NPS means Net Promoter Score. And what customer mentioned is the main reason is the name Parag Save, no other reason. What does this mean? This mean is I build so good connection with the customer that even customer is not bothered about delivery. They bother that yes, Parag is there, he will take care of it. I want you all to have that kind of objective to deliver with customer satisfaction. Customer is very, very, very important. You might have maybe read that customer is king methodology, right? You means previously the seller was king, but now as there are multiple vendor, you do not have monopoly. So you have to make your customer as a king. You have to obey the order of the customer. Whenever required, you should be able to raise a red flag. If suppose you are not able to deliver a project, again, that is the reason I have said right communication is a key. If you are not able to deliver a project within a timeline, it is very, very, very important to communicate back to the customer saying that I'm not able to deliver this project within this time. I estimate the next deliverable time is this XYZ. Okay. Now here again, the culture come into picture. In US, if you have US customer, you can say that I'm not able to deliver. I'm trying very hard and I will deliver on this time. But if the client is German, German people do not like kind of bluffing. You can add some additional buffer and say, I will be delivered by this time. And if suppose next time you fail, then German will lose, means he will, it will be like losing your credibility of deployment. In US people, they will understand, yes, this guy tried very hard, but he is not able to deliver. Okay, I can understand. But in Germany, no. So what happened is in Germany, German people, means German project, maximum spend their time in planning. They are excellent planner. They believe 80% of your time should be in planning and 20% will be in deployment. On the contrary, US people think, boss, let us deploy the project. Whatever happen, we will see. So a different kind of mentalities are there. Okay. Now let me talk something about staffing. Second very important thing is staffing. That is resource management. And what is important in IBM, whenever I took the interview, I do not only see the skill. Okay. Anybody can acquire skill. Any fool person or any, maybe I should not use the word, but even a donkey can acquire skill, but attitude cannot. Okay. You should have right attitude. If you have good attitude, you can acquire a skill. So again, a request to you all is develop a right attitude. How to develop an attitude is, I'll come to the next slide. It is there. Basically, you should have the collaborative attitude. Okay, if somebody is not aware something, your colleague, you should help him out. Positive attitude should be there. Don't keep crying. Crying will not give you solution, but crying will, make you back foot. So if something happen, okay, it's happened. Okay, I'll tell you here one story, small story. I was there in IBM and I was supporting a project and system was down for 3 days. What we did is we have not, shouted on the people because of whom the system was down, but we calmly, talked with them and we understood why system was down, what was the error. And on that error, we prepare a presentation saying that this was the mistake what we did, and to take care in future if this what we should do to avoid this kind of mistake in future, and it was very much appreciated by client. So something happened, don't think in a negative way, think in a positive way, how you can avoid that thing in the future. Again, one more story over this. This is the story I hear in my MBA. One of the director from Tata's company, she made a big loss, and then he said, "Oh no, what I have done here? Okay, let me go back to my chairman and let me put my resignation." So he write a letter with saying that I am leaving this job from today, and he took that letter and he went to the chairman, and chairman was a Babaji. He was Parsi. He director told him, "Sir, I have done this mistake. So many crore loss. This is my resignation. I am very sorry. Whatever punishment you want to give, you give me. I am, I accept the punishment." This Babaji, throw a lot of, galias to him, lot of, for 5 minutes, and then said, "Go back to work. We'll talk tomorrow." He said, "Why you are doing this? I made so much big loss." Then Babaji said, "Yes, you made so much big loss, but you got the learning with that loss. Now, if I throw you out, what will happen is, with that so much crore loss, with that you got learning, in future you will never make this kind of mistake." Okay, so important thing is here, with the lost or with something wrong, do not lose your temper. Think how you can avoid it in future, or what is that positive thing you can take it from that loss. Loss is already occurred, right? Your project is already delayed. You cannot do anything. What you can do is how you can come out of that project. Do you require additional manpower, additional staffing? Raise a flag, get the additional manpower. Okay. Project structure. Okay. How is the project structure? So I'll show you one structure here. Escape. Yes, this is normally a kind of project structure. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here you can see a project manager is my name is written here, IBM project manager. So a project manager will be there from software company side, project manager will be there from a customer side. And then you will have a team who is working on a project as well as from customer side. And this project manager will be reporting to the account head of the project. Okay, sorry. Cancel account head of the project from both sides. And with that, they can make a, like that, there will be a steering committee. This is basically a high level of the project structure. And then of course, there will be roles and responsibility, who will do what kind of meetings will be there, with what frequency, all these things. We were here. So roles on responsibility and a management. Now let us go to this topic of time management. We already talked, how much time is important. Let me talk something about project estimation. So what happens is, what is a project? It is a bundle of multiple tasks. And now if I said, boss, for CRCE, you have to design a website and give me the estimation. What you have to do is, this is a simple, maybe a simple format. You can have a complex format. So here is one of the project estimation I have done for MES rollout, SAP MES rollout. So what I did here is, now we have different kind of skills. Against each skills, that activity is divided. See, those are the activities which are divided. And per activity here I have mentioned in day, but normally we took it in hours. Okay, So each activity you have to find how much efforts are required, and as per that effort, you calculate what will be the total effort, add 30% effort from project management perspective. You also need to add some buffer and contingency. Why? Because not necessary whatever you think will get delivered within that time. This is a schedule of the project, week 1, week 2, week 3, and how we are going to deliver the activity. Normally, we add again over that 20% buffer, okay, as a project management activity, scheduling. There are few activities like cutover activity where you cannot add buffer. It is already one, right? So important thing for you is see where is the maximum efforts, and as per the maximum effort, you can add the buffer. If required, do the overlapping. So maybe in your engineering, we have studied kind of network diagram. Same thing is here, a network diagram. Okay, any question here on this slide? An important thing is milestone. Once you define a project, it is important to mark the milestone, because milestone will tell you either you are behind the project or you are on track. And again, very important thing is this is man management, people management. While doing the milestone, if you reach to first milestone, second milestone, third milestone, make sure you appreciate your people. Okay, appreciation, motivation play very big role in delivery. Okay, whether it is IT project or manufacturing project. Okay, here is something again I learned in my MBA, that is mantra of growth. This is very important. If you are looking at mobile or WhatsApp, please look at here. This is something which I'm very much interested to share with you. It is called mantra of growth. In a normal scenario, this is like that. This is a top boss. Top boss ask manager to do some activity, and this is the subordinate. So a lot of subordinate do a lot of activities. That is the reason this square is big. Then there is a manager, and that is boss. Now, if you want to grow in your work life, what is important is here this umber color. Umber color is what? It is the activity which boss do and those you can also do. So what you have to do is you have to be proactive. Tell boss, sir, I can do this also. Okay, so boss will get some free time to do his additional task. But then what will happen is your scope will get increased as a manager. So what you will do boss work as well as your work. And then you will get screwed up. So what is important is you also need to delegate some task from your work to your subordinate, so that your subordinate will also grow. Okay, so in future, if boss wants somebody to give promotion, what he will do is he will think that yes, this guy is doing my work, he is doing a lot of work, let me give him promotion. So he will grow. Now, once he will grow, manager will grow, this place will be vacant. And the person who is doing his work, he will move here. Okay, this is a corporate culture. Please note. If you go in IT, manufacturing, wherever, this is very important. Mantra of growth. You have to ask your boss what additionally I can do. And whatever your work is there, what you do, which is maybe less important, you can delegate to your subordinate. That is called backup management. Okay. The next thing is a negotiation skill. A lot of good YouTube videos are available on negotiation skill. My advice to you is go through those videos, have a look at it. I will talk about only one topic here from negotiation skill, that is BATNA. Okay, BATNA means what? Best alternative to negotiate agreement. Now I will give you example of BATNA. uh, while I was there in Capgemini, and while joining IBM, uh, they offer me one specific grade. So I did not join on that grade. I said, no, I will not join on that grade. My juniors are also there in that grade. So I will not join. How do I come to know my juniors are there? So what I did is I did a market survey. Okay, this is same strategy is used by Walmart. There was one case study in MBA about Walmart. So I will give the high level of that case study. What happened is why Walmart becomes so much successful is in US and I think some part of Europe, not in Germany. What they did is if they want to, you know, they want to open a new store in specific location, they used to go and search whatever is selling in that area in small shop. They used to note down the price, and what they used to do is in their shop they put the lowest price, maybe 5% lower than the lowest price, so people will come there. But then this is a loss making business. How they make a profit? So whatever is not sell across that area by any of the shopkeeper, they sell that thing with additional, 10% additional price. So whenever people come to the such a big, super shop, you will not buy only XYZ things, right? You will buy additional few things. So this way they make a profit. Important thing is what a takeaway is market survey. Whenever you deal with anybody, don't just deal blindly. Do the market survey. So here is the case study, a small case study that you should know the BATNA. What that means is you list all your alternatives, evaluate each alternative critically, select the highest value out of it, and you should be able to do your lowest value deal. It means here what? Seller want to sell, maybe take a case of a vehicle. He want to sell a vehicle at $10,000. Okay, but purchaser want to buy it at $5,000. So there is a big gap. So here, if I am a seller, I need to understand, yes, he is ready, he want to buy, but want will not always be realistic, right? People want free also. So what is his maximum range? If his range is 7,500, then does this 7,500 is my worst case scenario? Yes or no? 7,500 is not my worst case scenario. My worst case scenario is 6,000. So in that case, I should pull this guy from 5,000 to 7,500. But if I stick to 10,000, will this guy purchase from me? No, he will not. So if I want to sell only for 10,000, I should not spend my time with this guy. I should select some other guy to deal with. Okay. This is really important. Negotiation skill is important not only in your maybe salary discussion. It is important to deal with your family, maybe wife, husband, friends, brother, sister, college, everywhere. Negotiation skill is very, 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 even in your train it is important. Even your bus it is important. Negotiation skill.
So I would like to ask one query. You mentioned earlier that Walmart had the strategy that they would take all those items which were unsold, and what would they exactly do of it? Can you just repeat it? Like, I didn't get that point.
Okay. Who is asking this question? Is it only one person is asking question? Other people
Yes,
are
sir.
not having questions?
Sorry.
So, team, again, friends, do not shy to ask question. Please be free. Don't call me sir. Call me Parag. I'm your friend. Uh, Anytime you visit Berlin, please call me. We will, I would like to meet you. So be like a friend. Now
Yes.
your question, what was that Walmart? Okay, I will explain the case again. Uh, Walmart, for example, take a case of a location called where I stay, Berlin. In Berlin, a lot of shops are there, cake shops. Okay, so what Walmart will do? Walmart will purchase a cake from similar kind of suppliers, and the cake price is suppose 100 rupees. They will sell at 95 rupees, and they will publish a pamphlet to everywhere that I am selling 95 rupees. Looking at this 95, you will say, oh, I will save 5 rupees. Let me go to Walmart. You will go to Walmart, you will buy the cake for 95 rupees. So good, 5 rupees saving. But this shop is very big. Walmart shops are very big. Even take a case of our India DMart. DMart shops are really big, and it is very much lucrative. A lot of things are there. So is it means 95% probability that whenever you go to DMart, you will not buy single thing. You will pick up a lot of other thing. Okay, and real margin is there in that other thing where you do not compare. Okay, so whatever is not sold in case of in nearby area of Berlin, they will sell it, and they will sell that with higher margin, and this way they make a profit. Of course they make a profit with bulk purchase, bulk sell, but then the margin is where? Margin is there on the item which is not sold all across that specific area. Got it?
Okay, sir. Sir, the $1 shops around
Hmm.
which we see in US as especially like are they
Hmm.
also following the similar kind of strategy which are not sold so they are selling it at like $1 or like less than
Okay, okay.
$5?
Yeah. So again, let me tell you, this is a good concept. This I was not there in US. I was there in Canada. So in Canada, they have a dollar amount shop. Okay, and in Europe also they have shop called Euro shop where they sell at a fixed price. But those all items are basically Chinese item, a China made item with very inferior quality. Okay, and the basically the margin is very less, but they deal with mass item, and that is the reason they make the profit.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
okay,
So business model of Walmart is different, and business model of these guys are different. Walmart, you will get everything. You will get clothes, you will get electronics, you will get vegetables, everything, cookery item, all the thing, all under one shop, one roof.
okay, okay.
Hmm? Okay. Now let us talk about something like cost and budget management. Uh, Cost center. First of all, we should know what is the cost center and what is profit center. Cost center is something which incurred cost. For example, IT department is a cost center. Costing department is a cost center. Then what is the profit center? Profit center is basically from where you get a sell. Maybe a depot where a manufacturing company, whole company is a cost center, but the sale department of manufacturing company is a profit center, because from there you get a profit. Why I explain you concept is this kind of things in topic will come when you go into actually manufacturing area. So what happen normally is they decide budget, means how much money they are going to invest in this area this year. For example, company like L&T will say, okay, this year my I expect a revenue of X amount, so I can do some kind of spending in my IT infrastructure for XYZ amount. Okay, so this way they decide a budget which they plan to consume. So if I am having a project, I will think how I can deliver a project. A project delivery can be a fixed cost base or time and material. Okay, let me give you same example. L&T want to implement ERP system in their XYZ plant, or say Chennai plant, and they ask us to implement it. Then I can go and tell them that okay, I will implement it. Give me X amount. Or let us do one thing. I will supply my people for, I think it will take a 6 month, and give me the cost per for this 6 month. This is also another way of doing the billing. Okay, that is called TNM. TNM is time and material. Uh, Billing in the case of fixed cost, it will be a milestone. For example, if I deploy everything in development, give me 10% of amount. If I complete my quality testing, give me 70% of that amount. Right? I will not wait for complete deployment till 1.5 year. It will be unnecessary, holding cost for me. So, in case of fixed cost project, milestone based billing is there. And in case of TNM, means I will say that I will give the resources and we can do the billing as per the resources. So that will be period based. Normally the period is month or quarterly. Now, one good thing when I learn here costing and budgeting, I found that staying in India is very cheap for IT company. If you see, the billing of our Indian resources is around 20 to $25 per hour. But if I do a billing for Canadian resource or US resource, it will be 150 to 120, 120 to 150. So see, huge difference. 20 US dollar per hour to the on-site resource will be 150, 120 to 150. So much difference. So it is good to be in India, but then, uh, my recommendation to you is staying in US, staying in Europe is also not bad. But then the topic comes competitive advantage. If you want to stay in Europe or US, you must be competent enough to prove that you are worth for 150 or $160. Okay, so on-site resource costing will be very high, and I'm very sure once means 90% people will from FRCRC will come to on-site, and they will be worth to have. Budget review, buffer, and contingency. Contingency we talked about. Buffer is also 20% buffer, I said, and budget review means. Let me go here. There will be some kind of review between the project manager and these guys, the steering committee, for where we stand. So weekly there will be a kind of review which will say this much amount I have consumed, this is still pending, and my schedule, looking at my schedule, I am good to deliver whatever till that amount. So this kind of review is there. That is, project review, weekly project review. Any question here? Should I go to SAP?
So what is project steering committee?
Project steering committee is basically management people committee where from both side management will be there. They will be responsible for this budget, and project manager need to tell the steering committee where we stand.
Okay, sir.
Okay, regarding SAP, I'm there in SAP since last 15 years. It's what is SAP? It is basically ERP software, and 94% of world's 500 company, top 500 companies are the customer of SAP. You can see how big this is, or how important is this. So what this, it's a basically a ERP software which deal with all the aspect of manufacturing. It, you can have financials modules, human resource, sales. There are a lot of mobile application. There are a lot of, the AI base also there. Manufacturing, it covers all the manufacturing. I am expert in manufacturing area. It also talks about accounting, business planning, forecasting, all these things. SAP itself is a very vast topic to talk about. But let me give you some high level here about manufacturing. Uh, in manufacturing, we have different modules like production planning, quality control, warehouse management. Nowadays, there is improve module that EWM, enhanced warehouse management. We have APO for planning, advanced process optimization. uh, SAP is acquiring a lot of new companies in order to build, a higher inventory of their softwares. So means 95 is count till now, but they are aiming to 100%. So if you are interested in SAP career, there are two options. Either you can become a functional consultant or a technical consultant. So functional consultant is what, like me, I am a functional consultant. I am having a business knowledge, how business process a specific thing, and um, how I can take those processes into SAP. There is one more line. I will say vertical is a technical side. In SAP, we have the language called ABAP. Nowadays, SAP, with SAP HANA, SAP is also using some Java functionality. So ABAP plus Java, if you know, it is, you can enter into SAP world. So my advice is, if you are interested in this career, go for SAP certification. That is the only one way to, get advantage while giving interview to SAP companies like TCS, Infosys, IBM, whatever. And this will be the added advantage. Uh, Functional, I talked about. Technical, the third is also there, that is called database level knowledge. So SAP is having its own database HANA. It also in some SAP versions, they have this ERP versions, they have Oracle database. So database knowledge is also important. So we call this as a basis consultant. Either you can basis, either you can ABAP. Those are the technical guys, and the functional guys are the functional consultants. Like mechanical production engineer, I am the production engineer, so I become a functional consultant. And before I close my session, I would like to give few tips to you. Means this is what I learned in my last 15 years. Uh, Time management is very important. Many a time I have seen our Indian resource, even in IBM, joining meeting late. This is not much appreciated by especially German people and US people. They hate this kind of attitude. So once you are there in big corporate, make sure you join the meeting on time, everything on time. If you are even delay for a specific activity, that time you should send them a mail, send them communication, say that I will be delayed by this time. So against each activity, you should say this will, I'm not able to do this, and this will be done by XYZ time. So ECD is also very, very important. End of completion time. Okay. Make sure you record all minutes of meeting. Whenever you have a call with XYZ person, make sure next by the end of the day or by next day, you should able to send minutes of meeting. Keep a track of your monthly achievements, because normally what happen is, in the corporate you will have the yearly review, and that time it will be very difficult for you to think what you have done throughout the year. So this is a maybe a small way of representing, but you can have your own format. Every month, what you have done, keep recording. So whenever your yearly review will come, you will simply just add up, and you will have the evidence also. Okay. Uh, okay. Team building and collaboration, people management. Uh, Normally what happen is we do competition between our colleagues. He is first, I am second. Oh, I am not happy. Don't think your friend, your classmate is your competitor. World is very big. So important thing is you both need to collaborate each other, help each other. In IITs, what happen, in IITs, uh, these guys are there in their campus. They stay in the campus, so they are very close to each other. So at the time of exam, they don't read whole book. They divide that book into few chapters, and they only prepare for those chapters. So there will be maybe 5 people. Everyone will read two chapter, and then after reading that chapter, they will give they will teach that chapter to their friends. So this way, while teaching, he become also expert, and this will also get a good amount of knowledge because he will give the summary. So this way they collaborate. IIT peoples. I feel FRC, CRC, or whatever, all Indians, they also need to collaborate. Emotional intelligence. Again, advice to you all to check some Google videos, YouTube videos on emotional intelligence. I'll give you example. What I used to do is, whenever I have a call with any unknown person, I used to Google his name. I used to see who is he, what is his interest. Many a time I have observed that world is very small, and this guy know the other guy, which I also know. So while discussion, I open the topic that this guy, I saw his name on your profile. So this way we come closer to each other. How you can use this? You next maybe milestone for you is the interview, uh, uh, job interview, or maybe kind of interview with the university. So who is going to take interview? Plus find that information, find from LinkedIn, YouTube, maybe LinkedIn or Facebook. Suppose a person is a cricket a player or a football player. If while interviewing, if you open that topic and if you also show some kind of interest, there will be a kind of a feeling that yes, hey, I like this guy. So emotional intelligence, try to use this kind of emotional intelligence. Communication and aspiration. Uh, when I was there in IBM, I went to Bangalore to meet my team, and in that team there were 2 ladies. One lady told me, "Parag, I want to be a team lead." So I said, "Okay, I will make you team lead. Not a big deal. I make her team lead." But later on, second lady come into picture and she said, "Parag, why you made her team lead?" I said, "Because she told me she want to be team lead, and I did not see any kind of interest from you." What is important is you should not keep quiet. If you have some kind of aspiration, be open in your communication. Your communication must be clear. Your boss should know what you want to do. Aim for value delivery. Don't just deliver that, this software I want to do it, that's it. No. Take some time if you require, but deliver with highest quality. Your quality should present you. Your output should present you. ये इसने बनाया, ये this assignment is written by XYZ person, awesome. There may not be any kind of fault. What an excellent assignment. Continuous learning. Do not limit your aspect. I'll show you something here. This guy, he is my boss in IBM. Now I'm not in the IBM, I'm in HCL, but I still have some connect with the IBM guys. So I was reporting to this guy, Doug Schuler. Okay. In the month of August, he retired. His age is 65. So last week he was there with me, and he told me, Parag, I am learning French language. Okay, we need to learn from these guys. Even at the age, means after retiring, also these guys keep their learning pace same as they were at the beginning. In India, if somebody retire, he will think, बहुत हो गया. Now I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to relax. No, continuous learning is very, very important. Learn from these guys. Don't limit your learning attitude. Health is wealth. Take care of your mind. Okay, health is wealth. I think few months back there was one article that SAP head, one of the CEO, at the age of 40 he died. Okay, taking too much pressure, only sleeping for 4 hours. So this is not at all good. At the age of 40 he expired. My point is, do some workout. Your health is very, very important. So this is only one aspect, but at the same time it is important to, your mind must also be good, must be fresh. Your mind should not, now important, further important is your brain should control your mind, not your mind should control brain. For example, uh, every year end we take, we took a aim like, from next year I will do the exercise. I will wake up at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock and I start exercising. What happen is, on 1st of January the bell ring, and then your mind say, hey man, it just first, we'll do it tomorrow. What will happen if I not do today? So this way your mind will try to play some game with you. That time your brain should say, no boss, this is what I have decided and I want to do that. Okay, if you want to be successful, your brain should be superior or in a decision power position over your mind. Backup strategy, always you should have a backup strategy. In project also you should have a backup strategy, otherwise your project will get failed. Here I have said go beyond B. It means please do not limit your education for B. This is a good example here. This is a swimming pool with lot of steps. As of now, you are here with B. If you jump in your work, this is you. I can say a working environment. If you jump, your jump will be only here. I want you to go up to here, a PhD level. Aim for PhD level. Your jump will be definitely greater. Okay. Ignore rabbit while hunting tiger. Okay, do not miss. Again here, see here, a good example. This lady want to aim something. She, first of all, what she did is she kept her weight outside, means whatever is not required, keep it away from you. What is this? You cannot keep your ear away. So what she did is she used this headphone just to avoid some additional external disturbance. And again, this is important that एक गोली खत्म हुई, बाकी की गोलियां हैं. It means you should have enough firing power. Keep the buffer, keep all the required stuff handy with you. Then only you will aim for success. And success is not a milestone, as well as failure is not a milestone. You have to produce result multiple times. Okay, again, this is also important. A lot of important things are there. A topper will not always be topper, or failure top for lifetime. I have seen people who are excellent with their brain. They are super knowledgeable, but they are not able to digest failure. So in your life, you will also come across failure. That time, do not get distracted. One of the guy who is maybe idol for me, he's our alumna, and he's from IIT. Uh, then by somehow, by bad luck, he lost his job. But this guy is so stable, so smart. What he did is he learned swimming, he learned driving. He said that I was not getting time for my those activity. I completed those activity, and of course he is worth to get a good job. He got a good job. Now he is at good position. So you will come across a few defeat in life. Don't feel maybe oh, I cannot do anything. Don't feel like that. Okay, failure is just a milestone, like success is also just a milestone, nothing else. Have some hobby. Now let me tell you one more thing. In Germany, a lot of students come to Germany, but because of again, if you go to German and talk in English, they don't talk, they will not talk with you. Very few people will talk with you because they like to only talk with German. Okay, even they will say like this, I don't know English. Okay. uh, what I'm telling you is, if you're planning to come to Germany, please learn additional language as German. uh, German culture and US culture is different. US culture is always happening culture, happy culture. German is a bit restricted people. They do not, mix up easily. Of course, they mix up, but not easily with some other people. So you should have some kind of hobby with you so that you will not feel lonely. One more important thing is, on Facebook there are lots of groups are there. For example, in Berlin we have Indian groups. Similar way, when I was there in Montreal, Canada, there is a Montreal group. So whenever you go abroad, please join that group. Be social. You will get a lot of important information from the community. Excuse me. And the last point is, no, not last, second last. Family is power.
Hello, sir.
So, yes,
So I actually had a doubt that you had mentioned that we should never stop learning, and so that point I wanted to elaborate a bit. So like as you have had a transition directly from engineering to management, and you found a lot of interest in SAP and project management. So sir, like how can we inculcate that habit, or how are we supposed to know at which
okay.
branch
So,
or which part is
I'll give
better?
you one small example.
Yes, sir.
The people in past .NET, they use .NET, right? So SAP was also having that kind of .NET people. When SAP come on Java, what they did is they simply throw these guys out who do not know ABAP. So if you want to stay, if you want to leave, if you want to earn good amount of money, you need to keep learning. Otherwise, simply you will be phased out. Okay. Now it is you to decide whether you want to go out or you want to stay in the race. And continuous learning is the only way to stay in race. Hmm?
Yes, sir. Yes. Getting the
Okay.
point.
Now, family is a power. Uh, this is very, very important because you are totally replaceable at your work, but not in your real life. So be with your family, enjoy. You people have seen the movie Dil Chahta Hai?
Yes, sir.
या सो दिल चाहता है में वो तीन जन एक बार गोवा में, तो देर वाज वन कैसल एंड दे सिट देयर एंड दे वर टॉकिंग दैट ऐसे भी दिन आ जाएंगे कि कभी हमें एक दूसरे को देख भी नहीं पाएंगे. सेम थिंग हैपन विथ मी, सेम थिंग विल डेफिनेटली हैपन विथ यू. अभी आप लोग सब एक साथ हो, फ्रेंड के साथ एंजॉय करो, खाओ पियो मजा करो. Of course, this all are important. Study is also important, but enjoy this life. And I'm pretty sure, 1000% sure that आप 5 साल में बोलोगे यस पराग ने जो बोला था वो राइट है. ये फ्रेंड्स, ये फैमिली फिर नहीं मिलने वाली. And there must be a right balance. So those are important: health, work, friend, career, time and family. एक को भी इम्बैलेंस किया तो आपका पूरा वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस चला जाएगा. So make sure you have right balance throughout your life. I think that's it. ये मेरा लिंक्डइन है, मेरा फोन नंबर है, व्हाट्सएप. You can call me anytime if you need any help. I'm there for my father Agnel guys. That's it. Anything else, team, or friends you would like to ask?
Sir, I'd like to ask you one question about your management studies or MBA at SP Jain. Sir, about regarding that as well. Nowadays there have been a lot of online MBA courses as well. So, I would like to know from you if you have any particular knowledge or experience about this as well. That if a certain student is handling some business or is a second generation entrepreneur basically, and he is looking for just to gain knowledge on a particular subject or some management experience through a particular course in a college, and he doesn't really want to give away a lot of his time into a college education of MBA, and he wants to just do that particular course to gain his knowledge on it. So do you think that online MBAs are also good enough for it, or you miss out on socializing or gaining those connections with people and other things?
Okay, so let me ask you the same kind of question. मैथ्स का कौन सा बुक है आपका?
Maths.
हाँ.
मतलब I don't understand. There is a Kumbhaj name.
मैथ्स का बुक है. Okay, मैथमेटिक का बुक है. You are having mathematic book. And if I ask you, go and read that book, Laplace theorem, and over the YouTube videos are there, you can learn it. Okay, possible है learning का. बट अगर मैं आपको बोलूंगा कि जाओ सुंदरी मैम के क्लास में बैठो, you have सुंदरी मैम? Yes, सुंदरी मैम के क्लास में बैठो and then study that Laplace and she will teach you. There is a difference. There is a difference. Okay, so again point here is आपको केक कितना खाना है. अगर आपको पूरा केक खाना है तो you have to go and stay there in MBA college. I still remember in my MBA college we were having lot of presentation. रात को 3 बजे तक हम लोग सब बैठते थे, सब लोग इन्वेस्टिगेट करते थे, सब लोग स्टडी करते थे, सब लोग 7 बजे प्रेजेंट करते थे. Okay, so that kind of thing is something different. So you will not get that experience, but of course आपको एक सर्टिफिकेशन मिल जाएगा कि भाई तुमने ऑनलाइन MBA किया है, एंड सम नॉलेज मिल जाएगा, बट आपको पूरा नहीं मिलेगा. सो ये डील है. अगर इफ आई एम वर्किंग गाय, I cannot go to full-time MBA college. In that case, I have no option than accepting. इसीलिए मैंने आपको सिखाया है कि बांटना करना है. क्या करना है? बांटना. You should know कितने लेवल तक आप निगोशिएट कर सकते हो. सभी चीज के लिए बांटना अप्लाई करो, and that बांटना will give you a safe answer.
Okay.
Okay, even let me tell you, the people who knows the OR, operation strategy, okay, there are a lot of एक डुप्लेक्स थ्योरम है. डुप्लेक्स 2-3 पेज हम लोग डुप्लेक्स करते थे. जब मैंने MBA किया तब मुझे पता चला कि ये डुप्लेक्स यार हम लोग ऐसे करते हैं, बट डुप्लेक्स कैन बी डन और एक्सेल. देयर इज एड ऑन अवेलेबल ऑन एक्सेल फॉर डुप्लेक्स. Even the queuing theory, all this thing. Okay.
Right. Cool.
Okay. Any further question, friends?
Sir, I
Hello.
think questions as of now, no one has any questions. So we can move
Sir,
on.
I have one
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Call me Parag. Don't call me sir. Don't be that much formal. Okay. Behave like a friend. We are friends, and I'm happy to help you all. Yeah. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, yes, I too can't hear him.
I guess there's an issue with his net or something.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, we can move on with the vote of thanks. So I think might be some network connectivity issue. So
Yeah.
my colleague Darren Maestrones will give the vote of thanks. So Darren, you may proceed.
Yeah, okay. So on behalf of the FRCRC ASME Council, I would like to thank Sir Parag Survey sir for taking out his time and enlightening us with his knowledge. And we are extremely honored and grateful to you for providing us with deep insights and presenting this knowledgeable session. I would also like to thank Professor Deepika Singrawar ma'am for providing us with this immense support to make this webinar successful. I must thank the entire ASME Council for their hard work and determination to make this webinar a huge success. Last but not the least, I express my gratitude to all the participants attending this webinar. Thank you all. Thank you for attending this session. And thank you, Parag sir, for this knowledge.
Thank you. Nice weekend. Enjoy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was
Bye.
nice
Thank you, sir.
having you as a speaker. Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
So everyone can leave now. Yeah. Bye, sir.
Bye.